Hades is looking to make you suffer. And he's probably going to be able to do it. But I'm here to make it so that you can do it to other people. Let's talk about this. Hello there everyone, it's me, Keltick, your Smite professor, here today to talk about the basics on how to both play and build Hades within Smite. Let's talk about abilities. Now for Hades passive, we have this auto attack debuff of sorts. Basically everything that Hades hits with his auto attacks are going to be debuffed with this property called Blight. Now Blight on its own is just a flat 5% power reduction on whatever Hades hits with it. Now each of Hades' core abilities are going to have additional effects whenever they are hitting someone affected by Blight. So now going forward, we are going to have base ability and blighted ability. Let's move forward. Hades' first ability is this dash. He goes underground, he dashes forward, he erupts out. The eruption out from the ground does two things. First, it does damage. Second, it applies blight. Now, if the target you are dashing on is already blighted, they are going to be slowed. Now, for Hades' second ability, we have this giant cone. This giant cone is going to silence everything that is hit by the giant cone. Now, if they aren't already blighted, they're going to be blighted now. Further to this, if they were already blighted prior to the cone coming out, they are, instead of being silenced, they are also going to be feared for 2 seconds instead. Now, Hades' third ability is this circle attack that takes place very close to Hades. Now, this has a lot of properties. First, the circle does damage, but the rest of the properties take place if the enemy is blighted. If the enemy is blighted, that enemy, or for each enemy that is blighted within this radius, that enemy is then going to explode or detonate. This detonation does two things. It's going to do more damage on the minion or god that is detonating, and in that same area, it's going to heal all of Hades' allies around the detonation. So Hades has a lot of lane sustain and a really easy way to clear the wave. For those of you wondering, yes, this is the ability we max first. It's the primary way to clear wave. Now for Hades' ultimate, we have this pillar that he becomes. He becomes crowd control immune, he becomes rooted on the spot, and this giant circle spawns around Hades, pulling all enemies towards him. Now, what's important here is Hades is going to gain 10% damage mitigation and a whack ton of protections for being in his ultimate. Furthermore, let's talk about what happens if they're blighted. Enemies basically are always going to be pulled towards Hades. If the enemy was blighted prior to Hades casting his ult, then they are going to have their protections reduced for 4 seconds. Basically, this is Hades' primary way of controlling a fight. If you do build Hades full tank, this is his best weapon to be an actual guardian or tank. But that's not how I like to build Hades. With the basics aside, let's quickly touch on a build. This is the build that I like. Here's why. Basically, Hades is looking to kill you with one rotation of abilities. That's why we're not maxing CDR. It's more or less just a little sprinkle that we throw in there. Hades is looking to get on top of a carry, literally blow them up, or pull them in to finish the job. Hades is not the type of mage that is looking to kill you with subsequent hits of abilities. They are diving on top of you, trying to pop you like a bad pimple, and then moving on with their lives. What is important about this build is the sheer amount of lifesteal that you are getting super early in the game is going to, well, compound with Hades' detonations and healing on the third ability to make you practically unkillable in lane. If at any point you are getting dove by 2 people, you pop ult, you make your final stand, and you pray that the lifesteal saves you. The only final thing that I'm going to say is, because this is a trap that you Hades players fall for all the time, after level 3, you should not be dashing and then detonating the wave. Use the giant cone. That means you can apply blight to the entire wave, detonate it, and then still have your dash to run away if you need to. Nothing screams gank me like a Hades that keeps dashing on the wave, okay? Go out there, be safe. That's all the time I really have to talk about Hades. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel. If you want to watch more Smite content with me right now, click this video. I'll see you there. Otherwise, have yourselves a casual day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.